Hello, good morning, my people. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching me from. I am here once more this morning to give you an update. But before I go ahead, I must thank God, Almighty Father, Holy and Everlasting God. I thank and glorify your name today. Chukwu okike abịama, onye kere igwe kee anyị. Biko, ana m ayọ gị ka idupụtara anyị onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụkwa anya Biafra ji afụ ụzọ. Biko nna anyị, ka ichedokwala anyị our Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa, chedo ụmụ Biafra all over the world, chedo ndị nọ n'ụlọ ka Nigeria ghara ịkpagbu fa etufa si akpagbu anyị. Biko nna, anyị na-ayọ gị ka imeli anyị n'Eke, meli anyị n'Orie, meli anyị n'Afọ, meli anyị na Nkwọ. Ise. Join me, my people. I am up early this morning to give you an update from our Prime Minister. Join me. When you get this message, please, you keep sharing it. Share it in all platforms. Your WhatsApp, your Facebook page, spread it so that everybody will get the message. Join me, my people, join me wherever you are watching from. Join me because we have a very interesting news this morning from our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, Maazị Simon Ekpa. Our Prime Minister is blowing hot and cold. It is a breaking news. I will read it out for everyone to hear before I will analyze it. He says in his Twitter handle, breaking, the Biafra forces have decided that from this month, which is January 2024, that oil pipeline will start going in flames. Their target is to starve the Nigeria Islamic terrorist state the resources to purchase more arms and weapons for the sponsor of terrorism against Biafrans. The Biafra government will fight against terrorism and has taken it to the next level. Every oil company operating in Biafraland must get clearance from Biafra government. You can ignore us, says our Prime Minister, but we assure you that the land belongs to Biafra, and you cannot continue to fund Nigeria with our natural resources. You will receive the first message this week from today, 5th of January 2024. My people, join me so that we will analyze this very important information from our Prime Minister. You all know that last year when he was on Twitter, many people were asking him, why is it that we still allow these people to take the oil in our land? Because that is what they sell. After selling it, instead of giving us good hospitals or good schools or good roads or even good network or electricity, they will sell it and buy weapons and send out their terrorist group from Sahel to come down to the east to terrorize our people. So my people, join me for this analysis, because this is the time that every one of us has been waiting for. Our Prime Minister yesterday, he said that from yesterday, that every oil pipeline in Biafraland will all go in flames, because it will deny Nigeria the access of using every mineral resources in our land. You people know that we have natural gas in Biafraland, Uguta, Izombe, all those areas in Imo State. This is why they have strategically placed their stooge, Mr. Hope Uzodinma, there. You people will agree with me how Izombe and Imo State has been attacked. They attack Imo State, and Imo is like a target. You know, Imo is a target. Why? Because of these natural resources. Every oil well in Biafra land belongs to the Caliphate, the Fulanis, visitors in our land. They are using what God gave us to sell and purchase arms and weapons and kill us on daily basis. We all know that. And the Imo State is the core area. I will try and find a voice of one of our brothers who was on space yesterday, telling our people how these people plan to harness our oil, drill it from our land, natural gas from wherever it is in Uguta, through Niger to all over the world, America, Europe, because the one that they are being supplied by Russia has been stopped by Putin. You know, sometimes people don't think deep to understand why they are going through what they are going through. That's why every time there's election in Africa, you will see that what they will install there will be a puppet, somebody who cannot read and write, somebody who cannot understand what is going on, somebody who is a typical stooge. Whatever they tell them, they do. The type of government that runs in that country is the type that nobody can comprehend. Governor of Imo State does not live in Imo State, yet he's still a governor. And nobody from the top is talking about it. Nobody is asking questions. Why? Because they are all corrupt. And this is why they don't want Biafra to come. But our Prime Minister yesterday, after deliberating this issue with his cabinet ministers, have agreed that there will be a stop to this intimidation and criminality against us, against Biafrans, against our land. They desecrate our land with our brothers and sisters' blood. They steal our mineral resources. They buy arms and they will send their terrorists in military uniform, and they are the ones that stop our people from going to farm. All over, they are attacking us. This is why they don't want to leave us. This is why they don't want us to have rest. Because if your enemy gives you rest, they will know that you will strategize. But our Prime Minister yesterday announced it, that from yesterday, 5th of January 2024, that every pipeline, which you all know that they passed through our land, that they will all go in flames. And those oil companies, he has warned them that they will start from yesterday, 5th of January, to take orders from Biafra government, or whatever they see they will take. Failure to comply. So my people, this is a very interesting topic. This is what we have all waited for. So many of us that used to come to space to talk to our Prime Minister, they will be asking him, when is this going to happen? So my people, join me and deliberate on this very important issue, so that we will all agree on how to support our Prime Minister for this matter to go on and for Biafra to come, because this is what we have waited for all these years, that Biafra comes and that we will block these thieves from stealing from us. There is a voice I would like to play for you here, to listen to what these criminals, what one of them said.
On TikTok for a while, you must have heard about a ton of Africans telling you that Europeans stole Africa's resources. And there's a lot to say about that. First and foremost, most of these resources are still in Africa, and they're not being stolen by Europeans. They're actually being sold to Europeans by the African state leadership. Your own elites are robbing you. It's not us doing it, not anymore.
Look at it.
The real issue, of course, is why aren't Africans using their own resources to do things? Why does...
He said that Africans accuse them in Europe for stealing our resources. Not anymore. Not anymore, meaning that they used to steal our resources. And every oil company you will find in Biafraland is them. Ndị be anyị nọ na anụ ife na-ekwu, nwoke a si na ndị Africa si na ọfa nwa na-ezulu our oil resources. Ọ sị na anyị nwa na-elesi afa, that they are not stealing it, not anymore, which means na o nwere oge fa na-ezu oil anyị n'ori without ịkwụ ụgwọ. Mana ọ ndị be anyị na-elesifia. Kedu ndị be anyị na-elesifia? Ọ ndị leaders. Falesifia ebunye fa ngwa agha, fe wee bịa na-akpagbu ndị enwere ọka ọrafa.
Mr. Beast have to go to Kenya to build water wells. Why didn't the Kenyan government do it themselves? I suppose the Kenyan government...
Ọ sị na ndị Kenya na onwere ifefa nwere na befa. Why na fe nwere ike ime everything in their own home? Ọ sị that they used to do it, but not anymore. That Kenyan government should do whatever they want to do for themselves. Obviously, Kenya is an African nation or African country, just like Nigeria and every other African nation. For instance, Traore has taken over in Mali, and the one in Niger, next to Nigeria, they have taken over power from these people. What are we waiting for? Why are we not getting up to support our Prime Minister to get this Biafra now? Because what we have been waiting for our Prime Minister to say or to do is here. You know, it is here glaring on our faces.
They've done it themselves. They just chose not to do it. Nigeria is now a country of almost 220 million people, the largest country in Africa. But they only produce about 10% of the electricity that a small country like Hungary. Hungary only has.
Have you seen it? That these people, they watch us like hawks. They watch. They know everything that happens. They know everything that goes on in our countries. He said that Nigeria is 3 times the size of Hungary, but Nigeria cannot give itself light. Are we waiting for them to come and give light to our people? Hungary is like 2 million, 2 point something million, but Nigeria is 200 and something million. Nigeria is just an oversized country that cannot take care of itself. And we want to get them, you know, to think twice and know that time has come for this disintegration. Now, our Prime Minister has taken the bull by the horn, and he had made this declaration. And trust him, everything he said, he has done. And this one he said yesterday will be done. I'll continue with this man.
Million people, but they produce 10 times as much electricity as Nigeria does. I mean, I know you want to have your Wakanda, right? But do you expect white people to give it to you? No, you're supposed to build it yourself. Having said all this, it is of course obvious that we Europeans in the North need to prepare for a possible, potential African rise in terms of technology and therefore also in terms of.
Yes, this man is saying that they want to see that Africans are doing things for themselves, and they know that one day Africans will rise in technology. And when they rise, that there's going to be a potential war between them, Europe and Africa. As I said earlier in this video, you all know that Ukraine and Russia war caused the NATO to defend Ukraine against Russia. And for that reason, Putin decided to withdraw the supply of oil, gas, and everything to Europe. So there has been plan for the pipeline to be laid from Izombe, where they found natural gas, to lay the pipe, and they have already started. And this military takeover in Niger is what actually stopped it. You can never know how God works until something happens. God made it that this very takeover, military takeover in Niger, will stop that evil act. Because that pipe was made to go through Niger to Libya and to Spain, and from Spain to all over the world. America, Britain, Germany, France, to supply them natural gas from our land. How would that have benefited Biafrans? No way. Any billion or millions of dollars paid to whoever is the president, you will see that they will all go into purchasing arms to come and suppress Biafrans. This is why our Prime Minister, who has been doing whatever he is doing with his cabinet members step by step, he decided yesterday that time has come to put all that to an end. You know, when you have one problem, count it two, because how to solve that problem will be a second problem. And that always poses a very huge challenge. How to resolve the initial problem. It becomes a problem too. So our Prime Minister has been taking everything step by step. Now he created the military, the Helsinki self-referendum, all the achievements he made since Onyendu was abducted. This is what Onyendu was not allowed to do by those being used by Nigeria government in IPOB. But God works in mysterious ways. So my people, I will leave you here. Deliberate on what I have said so far, what the Prime Minister, the news from his Twitter handle, and what he intends to do, and what should be done. He needs all of us support financially. Share this video, subscribe, click the thumbs up, share in every platform. You are contributing because you'll be spreading the news from his Twitter handle. And this is the news I believe that most of us want to hear about. Ndị be anyị, unu anụghị ife nkwu. Na Prime Minister ya ekwugo na pipeline niile dị na Biafraland na a ga-agbalisie, a ga-etinye flame in them. Ọ ndị ugwu nwe mmanụ dị na be anyị na control ya wee na control anyị. Ọ ma emezi. Ọ ga-akwafa. Feme enwetezi ife fa na-achọ na be anyị. Ya, onye ọbụla dị njikere. Onye adakwa na mba ka anyị jisi ike. Anyị ga-emeli. O nwere agha eje ka ịnụ. Ife a bụ guerrilla warfare. Ọ anyị nwa anyị, we know our land. Anyị ma be anyị. Fa nọdụ n'ugwu na-anyala ọkụ. Welu mmanụ anyị na-ele na-ego ngwa agha n'ezi ndị oji isi ele ọnwa bịa na-egbu ndị be anyị. O mee emezi. I will leave you people here. Ọ ga-amalụ nwoke ma malụ nwaanyị mma. Chineke nna ga-echedola anyị onye ndu anyị. Chedie na-eke, chedie n'oye, chedie n'afọ, chedie na nkwọ. Ise, all hail Biafra.